My name's Bobby,
And I'm Sarah.
and welcome to BS with Bobby and Sarah.
Welcome to episode 10.
Yes, today BS stands for body shots
Body shots.
in
Okay.
celebration for episode 10.
Woohoo! Yeah, we made it to 10. That's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool. We're going to celebrate. Although, I honestly don't understand body shots.
I don't either. I've never done one or had one done. Is it when you like for example, a tequila shot?
Yeah.
Do you lick the salt and lime off of them? Or do you pour the shot on them?
I
don't get it.
think you pour a shot in like someone's belly button. It's fucking disgusting. So we're not actually...
Sounds really gross.
We're not actually doing body shots, but if we... Do you actually want a shot of alcohol right now? Because we
Only
could.
if you are... Nah. Maybe after.
Okay. If we were to do a shot right now, I would probably do Jaeger.
Oh, I love Jaeger.
Or Fireball.
Yes.
Or like Goldschlager.
Great options.
I'm
liking this.
I still drink like a college kid.
Apparently.
Not in amount,
Mm-hmm.
but in type of alcohol.
The tasty shit.
And then also like Natty Light, where you can get 30 cans for $12.
It's a frugal Bobby. I miss Keystone. I don't find it that often here.
We don't live in a college town, that's why.
Oh, that's probably why.
Oh, another drink we drank in college, Mind Erasers.
Mind Erasers. God, I still love those.
Describe those. Because I don't think a lot of people know what they are.
No, at least how I know them, because I've looked them up before and they didn't match exactly what I used to drink that would erase my mind.
Yeah.
We'd put in a little bucket. It was triple distilled vodka.
Okay.
Chocolate syrup.
Okay.
And I think either Bailey's or Kahlua.
Kahlua.
Yeah, and then however many people were there, you'd just stick that many amount of straws, and then you'd all just like suck it down.
Wasn't there something carbonated too? Was it like tonic water? I think it was something like tonic water.
Yeah, it was tonic water. That's probably what got it into your system faster.
Yeah.
That's right.
And it was very aptly named. I think it was my friend Laren who brought it.
Yep, she visited you sometime, and it was like, what?
None of us had ever heard about it. She brought it, and it was very aptly named because...
It was amazing.
You're like, what? I don't remember half the night.
Yeah. Yeah, she changed my life with that, because like for a while, that was like all I wanted to do was mind erasers, and there came a point where actually, when we like planned to have mind erasers that night, I would bring the disposable cameras and give some to people, and then just like take pictures, because the next day, I promise you won't remember that you did this. And I did, yeah. When I got them developed, there was one of like me in your shower, like completely clothed, obviously.
Obviously.
Just like laughing. You could tell that I was like laughing at something hysterically in the shower on the floor.
That was a great idea with the disposable cameras, though. Oh, so much fun.
Yeah,
well, I haven't had one of those in a while.
Quite a throwback.
Quite a throwback. Now, you drove to my place today.
Yes.
To record this. And I wanted to ask you, where exactly did you park?
Like 4 blocks away, 2 or 3 blocks.
Okay, because I recently moved to this place.
Mm-hmm.
I love Google Street View.
Yes.
Like, you look at a place, you get the idea of the town. You want to look at the people who are walking around. You want to see the building.
Yeah.
Whenever that camera was taken. So I'm just going down the road. I'm like, oh, it was a nice spring day when the Google Street View car drove by. Go all the way down to the end of the street.
Oh, yeah.
And I see a few cop cars. I'm like, well, whatever. It's a huge city. There's cop cars.
Yeah.
I keep scrolling down. Hit one more. You go like jump 10 feet. I see a body in a wheelchair covered in a white sheet.
No.
And a police do not cross line. At the end of the street, right there.
Right here, next to where you live.
Yeah, on Google Street View.
Oh my God, is it still there?
The body or the image?
Well, that sheet must be real dirty by now.
Yeah, the image is still there. I only checked it maybe like a week ago. And then on the sidewalk, I don't know, like 100 feet away, you see a group of like middle-aged white people just so concerned about the neighborhood.
Oh my God. It's almost like you think it's a setup, you know? Like how, that's just so crazy to have that.
I don't know if it was someone elderly that just died. I don't know if it was a moida.
A moida? A hit and run?
A hit and run. Who knows? But that is like, bam. And if I had done better, I would
city for you.
have planned a segment where we did like crazy things found on Google Street View. But maybe I'll write that down and save it for another.
That's a good idea, yeah.
Save it for another episode.
I think I've seen those little cars drive around every once in a while. They're the ones that have the big old thing, like stick with a ball on top, right?
Yep.
Where the camera is.
And of course, everyone's attention is drawn to it. So on Google Street View on the street, everyone's looking at it. Then your face gets blurred out.
Yeah.
Because of Google's technology, they automatically blur.
Ooh.
They automatically blur faces.
Yeah.
Sometimes it gets really funny when it will blur a face on a billboard, or it'll blur like random images on the side of a car, or a rock, or a wall because it thinks it's a face.
It's a face, yeah.
Sometimes it'll blur dogs and cats' faces for their privacy.
That is so cute, yeah.
Or like a pigeon.
Not every dog wants their identity just like strewn upon the internet.
Exactly. They don't deserve that.
Mm-hmm.
Doxing either. Also related to driving, today's a big, nice day, and there's a parade in town for Pride because it's full swing summer.
Yeah.
But you're not going to Uber today.
No. And most people do because, obviously you get a lot of fares. It's crazy. But I don't because I can't deal with the traffic. Like, it takes about an hour or half an hour to get one person, like, 4 blocks over. And, yeah, it might be, like, surging prices, but I just can't deal. It's too stressful for me. I don't enjoy it.
Does sound like a nightmare.
Mm-hmm.
What are some... I want to hear about actual nightmares. Nightmare fares, nightmare experiences. How long have you been driving some Uber?
About 3.5 years.
So I feel like you should have
collectively
some horror stories.
Oh, I do. Would you like to hear some?
Yes, I will. Absolutely.
Let's start off with my very first ride. That one wasn't horrible, but it was very interesting. So the very first time I drove someone with my Uber, it was this young lady. Dropped her off at her apartment. She had and at that point I was trying to like find a place to live in Chicago or in the city, and so she was like, yeah, well, I'm about to leave soon, so if you know anyone, let them know. The apartment is this much, and it's actually like a really fun area, blah blah blah. So I was like, okay, do you mind if I use your bathroom? She's like, and I can like take a look at the place, and so like she let me in. She showed me around, and it was a cute little just like basement apartment in the city. As
they call it to make it sound like less of a basement unit, a garden unit.
Garden unit, right? There you go. I knew there was a word as that, but I couldn't remember it.
It's realtor speak. No, you don't live in the basement. You live in the garden unit.
Living under the ground. But it was cool, and plus she let me go to the bathroom. But after doing this for such a long time, that is like the craziest thing to think of, like going into my passenger's home, and using their facilities.
Taking a shit.
Yeah, and just, like, how unsafe is that, too?
Well, it was a woman.
Yeah.
And you're a woman.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So, confirmed.
Yeah, that was a little... If I felt safer, that's probably why. I probably wouldn't have done it if I felt all, like, creeped out or anything. So, yeah, because I didn't know about the bathroom situation, like, what people did. But, yeah.
Because it was your first ride.
Mm-hmm, my very first ride.
So I just go behind a bush? Go to McDonald's, but there's no McDonald's around.
So this other time, a very drunk dude fell asleep in the front seat of my car. And when we got to his place, it was like maybe 1:30 in the morning, and he like completely passed out, like head back, open mouth and everything. And last time I woke someone up from a sleep like that from being drunk, they punched me in the face. It was a cousin.
Oh, okay.
We were out, not another passenger. But I was afraid of that happening, so I leaned back as far back to my window as I could, and then I tapped him on the shoulder, and I was like, excuse me, sir," trying to like talk in like a super gentle, calming voice, like, "We're here."
ASMR.
And he was like, "Oh, okay."
Wake up from your dreaming, your drunken slumbers. We're here.
Drunken slumber.
He got in the front seat. There was no one in the back?
No.
Oh, okay. I prefer to be chauffeured as well, so I always sit in the back and I say,
"Yes.
Go, Winston.
Take me here."
Yes. So it was fine.
Mm-hmm.
You woke him up. He didn't puke.
No.
He didn't punch you.
Nope.
Okay.
Nope. But he did seem a little confused.
Okay. Well, that's
lame. He looked around.
That's lame. I'm talking about nightmares. Has anyone ever like puked in your car?
They haven't puked.
Okay.
Thank God, no. But I did have a really bad experience once. I was very infuriated and I wanted to cry. Actually, I did cry a little bit. So I had this person. I waited for them for like the whole amount of time because there's like I think 2 minutes that you are being charged for because you're waiting already too long.
Mm-hmm.
And the guy ran out like just about when I was gonna give up. And he comes out. The cousin came out. He's like, hey, he's just paying for his haircut. You know, we'll be right out. And I'm like, okay, fine. And so I waited like another 2 minutes, and it was mainly stupidity on my part because my intuition was being like, you should just go, just don't go, or don't take this ride. But I waited and I waited, and so he came out finally, right as I was about to drive off. But then I felt bad, like just like peeling out as soon as he's like walking towards the car, because I had already decided not to pick him up. And so him and his cousin get into the car, and they're like, okay, like go this way. They start giving me directions, and I'm like, but that's not the address I have on the thing. And he's like, yeah, well, I have a couple on here. And I'm like, well, you need to add it, I was like, I can't make just like random stops everywhere. So he added it, but it still wasn't loading, and he like showed me on his phone that he had added the new stop. But I think he was tricking me in some way, and I don't know. I was just so confused, and so I just kept on driving to where he was giving me directions. We picked up something, and then we went to like another location. The point is, we stopped like at 5 different places. This ride took either an hour or like 10 minutes over an hour. I was
oh my God.
so just like, oh my God, and it was crazy. And he kept on giving me like different directions than what the app was telling me. And I was like to the point where it was the last one, and I went to drop him off, and as I was pulling like up into to the curb, he jumped out of the car and canceled the ride. So
what a fucking asshole.
Yeah, so I got paid like, I can't remember how much it was, like maybe $14 when it should have been more like at least 26 or 20 something.
That's it? I think it would have been.
No, I think it would have been more, yeah, because of all
more.
the different stops. I honestly didn't know. I just know it was not the right amount.
I mean, for 60 to 70 minutes of driving.
Yeah. I was livid, Bobby, livid. I don't think it's been a long time since I've felt that kind of rage.
Yeah. Unfortunately, sometimes you just have to chalk it up to like you live and you learn.
Yes, exactly. I was like, you know what? And now I do I complete the ride like a little bit before I pull up to people's places. Well, if I feel like they're going to be a dick about it,
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, he was, and immediately I called Uber, but they were like, well, it shows that like that the ride was completed or something like that. I can't remember, but they couldn't do anything. Like, it was just so rude.
And at each of these stops, like, would he get out and then, like, was he running errands?
He was like dropping off. He's a designer or something like that. So, and he was dropping off shoes, and then at another place he was picking up a sweatshirt. But like that I think about it, I'm like, well, I didn't actually see these items. It was just like bags. So I was gonna say, what if it was just like drug deals?
I was absolutely gonna say, you do realize you were a part of multiple drug deals. This is what this amounts
Apparently. I'm just like, I'm so naive. I like to see the best in people, and yeah.
You were the getaway driver, and you were an accomplice in drug deals.
I totally was, and he was the whole time. He was such a dick too. He was just so mean.
Did his haircut look good, though?
I guess. It was nice and tidy. That has been the worst. The one where I felt a little unsafe was this one time I picked up supposedly a famous rapper. And it was at night. He walks up to the door, and he's like, hey, can you meet me around on this other street? I was like, okay, why? He's like, well, the guy that's coming out, he's kind of famous, and we don't want to risk anyone seeing him. I'm like, okay, there's like no one here.
And that's why he's taking an Uber,
right?
In a Nissan Juke.
I was like, you could have at least gone to like the
Uber
next level,
XL
right? Yeah,
Black or whatever it is.
Yeah, because I think I'm like the very basic level. Then there's like another 2 above mine. So I'm like, man, I don't know if it's a smart idea, but. I went around anyway because he seemed kind of chill, and so I picked up the person, and he got in, and I was dropping him off at this music studio or recording studio in Chicago, and the whole time, he was making conversation, talking about his career and how famous he was, and then he showed me like his diamond ring. It was gigantic, like a star-shaped ring with a bunch of diamonds, and he told me his name, but I can't remember.
I mean, if you have to tell people that you're famous,
Yeah.
you're not famous.
Right.
And his ring was probably plastic. It was probably, or a cubic zirconium.
Yeah, I don't know if he wanted me to pull out one of those like diamond reading things.
Or like a little prospector.
Like, yeah. I was like, I'm driving, I can't
glass.
really see it. Plus, it's the middle of the night, so it's kind of dark.
Mm-hmm.
But he seemed very happy, very proud with his huge diamondy watch as well. So I don't know if he really was famous, because I mean, the rap world, I'm not really into it, because I don't listen to it that much. So I don't know if he could have been someone that's like in the rap world pretty big, but apparently like there are some people in the city that if they ran into him, they would want to hurt him or something.
So you could have been a part of a drive-by if this guy was spitting diss tracks at other rappers? Oh my god.
I know.
No, there are definitely cases of they're not in our world, so I don't know who these people are. I worked on a TV show, and there was this one actress, and other people knew her. I'd never heard of her before.
Yeah.
And she was requesting all these things because she made it big out in LA.
Yeah.
And she's a Chicago girl, so when she comes back, she wanted a limousine service, and I couldn't just get her Ubers.
Yeah, whoa.
Because she's a bigger name than I thought. Mm-hmm. She actually also used to be married to a president of one of the country islands in the Caribbean.
Whoa!
She used to be like Miss, I don't even know, Antigua or Miss Barbuda or somebody. But then her husband went down for corruption, I think.
Oops.
Yeah.
Good thing she got out of that.
Wow. Well, was she a part of it? I don't know.
Oh, maybe, yeah. She set him up.
Please don't sue us. Oh, you were probably completely innocent, lady. You have had some crazy, well, not too crazy. Thankfully, you've only had like semi-crazy, scary experiences.
And I'm hoping that that's as bad as it ever gets. I do have some really good ones that I want to end on. I mean, I could go on with more stories, but I've had 3 sing-along, like karaoke type rides, and 2 of them were groups of dudes.
What?
So it was super fun.
Okay.
One of them was to like that song came on.
Sweet Caroline.
It's not Nora Jones. No.
Dun, dun. Drunk people in bars fucking love that song.
Yeah, they do. Oh my god, yeah, they do. No, it was the Making My Way Downtown.
Vanessa Carlton.
They jammed to that so hard. It was really cute.
Were they like just college bros?
A little older, like maybe mid-20s.
Awesome.
So they still had that like
everyone loves that song.
Everything's great. Yeah. So it was one to that, and then I think a Colby Calais song, and then some Britney Spears. That was the other one that the dude group was singing along to. It was really fun.
And this is...
I was like, I didn't know this actually happened in real life. This is great. It's making my day.
Your Spotify? Like that song just came up on your Spotify?
I have a couple of playlists that I like to put on when I do Uber because it doesn't have like songs where it's like, yeah, lick my ass or anything like that.
Oh my god.
Because I've done like regular...
Lick my ass.
Lick my ass songs,
and
the swear words and crazy stuff like that sounds so... Like it sounds like it's amplified when you're driving a stranger in your car.
Mm-hmm.
Like even the word bitch feels like, oh my god, they just said the B word. Oh, I remember. I don't know. I might have mentioned it. So this group of I think like Albanian or Persian people came.
That is a huge difference. Albanian or Persian.
I think it was more Persian.
I think like geographically and culturally.
Yeah, it was the dark and handsome. One of the dudes, it was like I think like 3 girls and a guy or something like that. But the guy sat next in the passenger seat. And I have never seen a more handsome person in my entire life. And the whole time I was just like, holy moly. Not only does he smell amazing, but he's just so beautiful.
It was a very overpowering smell of cologne? Not
overpowering.
Oh, okay.
And it was one of those like, it was so good, but you don't smell it on everyone. It's very, very unique.
Well, I was going to say if it was very overpowering, that doesn't narrow it down because it's still either Eastern Europeans or Iranians.
Yeah, they do love their cologne. I don't mind it. Everyone loves good stuff.
Drakkar Noir.
Drakkar Noir. But anyway, before he got off, I decided to tell him, I was like, you are the most handsome guy I've ever seen. And that's how handsome he was, that I felt the need to let him know that how good looking he was, even with the people in the back of the car. And they were all just like, oh.
That's pretty awesome, because it's not even like you're hitting on him. You're like,
no,
your genetics are so on point.
Yep.
You've probably heard this before, but I need you to know that I know.
I recognize.
Yes. What was his reaction?
He got like really shy and bashful. He was like, thank you. And then apparently the sister was in the back. He's like, oh, but I'm better looking, right? And I'm just like, sure.
It's like, are you the one that's paying me? And then yes, because then I'll get that tip. Did they tip you?
Yes, they did.
They did?
Yeah, they did.
Perfect.
Yeah, and then it's not at all why I did it.
Of course not. You were just mesmerized by the beauty.
I was.
That happens to me a lot.
So pretty.
Not that I'm mesmerized, but people are mesmerized by my beauty.
Oh, okay. So you got... So people need to tell you that they are aware, that they're acknowledging your beauty.
They don't need to, but I always appreciate it when they do.
Bobby, you are the third handsomest guy I've ever seen.
Who's number 2?
Who's number 2?
Speaking of beautiful, it's full-blown summer right now.
Yeah.
Yesterday I went to the, what is it called? Like the garden nature center? Where you buy flowers?
Botanical garden?
No, not like I went to like...
Oh, you went to buy stuff.
Buy flowers. I went to the flowery shop.
I know there's a name for it.
I may be beautiful, but I'm fucking stupid.
A botan farm?
A botan farm. I went to go buy some flowers. I'm trying to find a segue from like beautiful human beings to like beautiful flowers. It's not working. I'm struggling. One thing I realized is a lot of women's names are flowers. And so I compiled a list. I want to see if you can come up with women's names that are flowers.
Okay. Well, the first one that comes to mind is flor, because that actually just means flower in Spanish.
I mean, I guess that will count, but I'm talking about types of flowers.
Marigold.
Marigold is on my list.
I'm trying to imagine the flower. I mean, but most of the ones I can think of aren't girls' names, like tulip. Rose. There's one, though.
Yep.
Rose. This one's so obvious there. Lily.
Lily's a good one. A few purple ones.
Violet.
You're turning violet.
Oh my god.
Other ones are iris.
Okay.
That's not as
not have gotten that one.
Not as common as rose or lily. Daisy.
Oh, Daisy. That one's a cute one.
And in Spanish,
Marisol?
isn't it just margarita?
Oh, margarita.
I don't know why Spanish does that. A burrito means a little donkey.
Oh, yes, it does.
And then a margarita drink is like a daisy.
Yeah.
I don't know what's up with this naming convention with Spanish foods and drinks. One that's not as common is poppy.
Poppy, yeah. I think in England it is, isn't it? It's more of like a British...
Yeah.
Poppy.
Jasmine.
Oh, right.
Ivy. That's
more of a plant. But still, I think it counts. It's a plant.
It counts. Holly, which you don't really think of.
Oh, right.
One that's kind of a stretch, but it still technically counts, is heather, which is also, I think, is like another bush. Also, apparently the name Erica in Latin means heather.
Really?
And there's 800 plants in the family Ericaceae. I just thought it was really interesting once I started seeing all these flower names. I'm like, well, that's a woman's name. It also made me realize a handful of women names are months and seasons.
Yes. Yeah.
Like what? What you got?
Summer.
Yeah.
April.
Yeah.
May.
Yeah.
I mean, January Jones.
That's the only example I had for January. Do I ever watch Leave It to Beaver?
Oh, June Cleaver. I've heard the name. See, yeah, June Cleaver.
And then one other season.
Wow, that is summer. Autumn.
So I just thought it was really interesting.
That is a lot.
Well, that's all I have to say about flowers. Flowers.
Flowers.
We're trying to get that bilingual demographic. Like, we're trying to break into the Spanish podcast too. That's all I have to say about flowers. So I'm going to nip that conversation in the bud. Bud, B-U-D, not B-U-T-T. A lot of people think it's nip it in the butt, but it's nip it in the bud.
That's
like a
fruit.
Flower
like
bud.
Like a flower bud. But still, why would you nip it? What's nipping?
Nip it, like stop it. Like if you don't want a flower to grow, you're going to
nip it
in the bud.
Cut it.
Stop something before before it blooms and blossoms blossoms into rambling on like my conversation right now.
We'll nip that in the bud. But yeah, earbuds.
Earbuds? Why are you talking about earbuds?
I recently found my pair of earbuds that I had. I fell in love with this pair of earbuds. Anyway, they are so comfortable. They're the only ones that work when I'm like super sweaty, like working out, like they don't fall out. Because the ones that come with like your headphones. Like
are we sponsored by earbuds
No.
today? Is that where this is going?
No, but oh my gosh, that would be amazing because I absolutely love their product. So then I went and got another pair, which was cool because it has the little thing on the side, on the cord, where you can
volume control.
Yeah, the volume
and
control.
pause.
Mm-hmm.
Ew,
So, yeah,
you still have
I love
cords
it.
on your headphones?
Yeah.
I'm kidding. So do I.
But they're pretty blue.
That is. But why are you talking about them? You just want to share. You want everyone to know about
My awesome earbuds.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because today's game is about music, and you're gonna have to complete the lyrics.
So that was your segue. I was talking about flowers nipping in the bud, and you're talking about earbuds.
Yeah. Well, yes.
We've both really been struggling on segues today. But I like it. All right.
That could be the theme.
Today's game is going to be...
because of all those shots we took. Body shots.
Yeah. Oh, my God.
So we're just...
I'm fucking drunk. I'm fucking wasted. This entire episode is going to be a mind eraser, hopefully. Forget about it.
Forget about it.
So this week's game, I am going to have to finish the lyrics.
Yes, you are.
Of a song.
Oh, hell yeah.
Okay, are you going to play the song?
So it's kind of a two-parter.
If I get stuck and I need a hint, I'll just request.
Okay.
Artist or song title, but obviously, hopefully that doesn't give it away.
It shouldn't, no.
Are you just going to read the lyrics, or are you playing the song?
No, I'm going to read a part of it. That's why, because otherwise it would be too easy. You get too much into, like, the...
That's true, if I know the beat.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Is it multiple choice?
Nope.
Oh, shit.
And you have to get them, like, each word.
Okay, and I'm really hoping that you threw little breadcrumbs earlier in the episode when you were talking about Britney Spears and Vanessa Carlton.
I am.
You didn't plan ahead like that?
As I was talking about Vanessa Carlton, I was like, that should have been one of the songs I used.
That should not have been, because I probably know that bitch word for word. I'm going to tell you right now, if any of them are Michelle Branch, you just better throw that question out.
No, good. Luckily, I kept her off the list for now.
Okay.
Finish the lyrics to this song, and you have to tell me what song it is, and you have to get the lyrics right.
I have to tell you song title and lyrics?
Yeah.
Oh,
absolutely. My God. You are.
That's it?
Mm-hmm.
You are my fire, my one desire. Although I don't think they would say my fire, my desire. Wait. The one desire.
Okay.
Believe when I say I want it that way.
Yep. Perfect. All right. Well, that's...
Shot. Bring over that gold schlager.
You almost missed the one word because you said my one desire, but then you sang it through.
Yeah.
And yeah, you got it. And what's the name of the song?
I want it that way?
Yep.
Okay. Before we get to question number 2,
mm-hmm.
I will say I have had a earworm stuck
in
my head for like the past week.
Which one?
I'm on tonight.
What?
Yeah, I guess I'm reversing this right back on you right now.
How dare you?
And the crazy thing is, that's the only part that I sing. And I'm just...
What song is that?
I'm on tonight.
Damn it. I don't like this. Don't reverse it on me.
I'm on tonight. You know my hips don't lie.
Oh, Shakira.
But I will just say that like, I'm on tonight. And it's driving.
I was just going to say how annoyed is this.
Driving poor Brent and insane. So that's what your little chunk of lyrics made me think of. I only know a chunk of the song.
There you go. Well, let's keep on chunking then.
Question 2.
Hey Jude, don't make it bad. Take a sad song and make it better.
That's literally all I know about Hey Jude by the Beatles.
Okay, you got those other parts right. Try. Like, bring it into your brain.
Remember the da 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 in your head. And make it better. That's not even my favorite Beatles song, by the way.
No.
Can you guess which one is? You know I love strings.
I was gonna say.
Like, which one is very string heavy? I love how even when it's your game, I reverse it on you. Eleanor Rigby.
Eleanor Rigby. Oh, okay.
I would have to say that is my favorite.
That is a good one. Don't make it bad. Take a sad song and make it better. And then what was your?
Remember the sadness in your eyes. Eat some drugs and make it better.
I think you're reading from the rough copy of that song.
Okay. What is it actually?
Remember to let her into your heart. Then you can start to make it better. So you had that last word right, and the first one right as well.
Fucking.
So that one
Suck
doesn't count.
that.
You lose that one.
Not even close. At least
You got the song in the band.
Yeah.
All right, you should know this next one. Now that I know what I'm without.
I have no idea. I'm gonna need to know who the artist is.
Okay, Evanescence.
What is it again? I love Evanescence.
I know. That's why I know you should know this. Now that I know what I'm without.
You can't just leave me here. Breathe into me and make it real. Bring me home. Dun 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 dun.
You have.
Wake me up.
Okay, so you got most of that right. It wasn't exactly so. It's like now that I know what I'm without, you can't just leave me. Breathe into me and make me real. Bring me to life.
I always use Evanescence as like a joke answer.
Mm-hmm.
When people are like, "Oh, what do you want to hear?" I'm like, "Evanescence," and they're like, "Oh, Bobby," and then
And deep down, you're like, "Oh, but I."
in my head, I was like, "Yeah, that was a joke, guys."
I'm a funny guy.
The only concert I have seen in the past year was Evanescence, but they were there with Lindsey Sterling, who, for people don't know, she's a violinist.
Yes.
And so Evanescence's songs were more of the orchestral remixes.
Oh my god, it was probably even better.
Yeah, she has a fucking beautiful voice.
Yeah.
And I think the last episode I mentioned how a girl I had a crush on when I was in college looked like Amy Lee from Evanescence.
That beautiful
So,
hair.
I'm kind of proud with how far I got with that song, but I did flub up a few words.
For how much you requested, yeah.
Yeah.
So what's the name of the song?
Bring Me to Life.
Yes, it is. All right. I think I'm going to give you most of that because I'm going to put a little circle here.
Thank you.
Even though we're not really keeping points.
Breathe in to make me real.
Right, here come the lyrics. Going down in an earlier round.
But Sugar, we're going down swinging. It's by Fall Out Boy.
Oh, give me more of those lyrics, please.
Cockin' and Bullet. Loaded God Complex, Cock it and Pull It. I remember that part. We're going down in an earlier round, but Sugar, we're going down swinging. Bullet. Something. Cock it and Pull It. You put another round in the bullet? Put me out of my misery with a bullet.
Okay. So,
what's the next word? You're going down,
down in an earlier round. And Sugar, we're going
Sugar.
down swinging. I'll be your number one with a bullet. A loaded gun complex.
I'll be your number one with a bullet. See, that's why I didn't remember it, because it doesn't make any fucking sense. I'll be your number one with a bullet?
Yeah, I don't get it. I mean, Fall Out Boy had crazy lyrics.
Song title.
Yeah.
They always have weird ones, like Thanks for the Memories, but without any vowels, like text speak.
Yes.
They have another one with, like, I should be your lawyer, with how I'm trying to get you off. Like, first of all, iconic.
I would agree.
Sugar, we're going down.
Yeah. Good job, Bobby.
Yeah. See, I had to take a few seconds, sing it completely in my song.
Yeah.
Sing the complete song in my head.
I think I gave you the artist, but did you catch
No, I knew it was Fall Out Boy.
Oh, okay. All right, cool.
We haven't even established how many questions or how.
We'll just go until you.
I was
you
just gonna
want
say,
to stop.
that's usually how the games go.
Yeah.
We don't know how many questions. We don't know the points. I don't know what I need to do to win, but here we are. We're having fun. We're all gonna get participation trophies in the end.
Participation trophies. Okay, this is one that I can't wait for you to fail real good at. Jack, he sits back, collects his thoughts for a moment, scratches his head, and...
Is it another Beatles song?
Nope. Jack, he sits back,
Jack, he sits back.
collects his thoughts for a moment, scratches his head, and...
Where my damn hat be at?
No, but I know for a fact that you listen to this song a lot. Not by choice, though.
We're talking college,
Mm-hmm.
talking my roommate, we're talking him having people over 5 out of 7 nights out of the week and smoking the hookah and playing the same playlist on repeat.
Yep.
Okay. So this could be memories that I've
Suppressed.
yeah, put way far back. Jackie sits back. No, I'm not gonna get it.
No.
No.
I know once you hear it, you're gonna want to kick yourself.
Okay, give it to me word by word.
Scratches his head and does his best, James Dean.
That's just a throwaway line for me.
No, I love that line.
All right, so I really John Mellencamp that one.
Yeah. No, you didn't get that one. With how many times he played that song, I really thought that. Well, I was counting on the fact that you would have blocked it from your memory and suppressed it way, way, way down.
And I did.
This next one is a fun one that I'm pretty sure, I think I introduced you to. So here are the lyrics. I'm gonna ride on you lady all night, I'm a take.
I know exactly what song this is.
Uh-huh.
The problem is, even hearing it, I don't understand what he's saying because he's like mumbling. Because he's got like...
Well, I understood him.
He's got like her panties already in his mouth. Because this is a sexy song.
It is such a hot song. I love it.
It is. I think the dude's name is Chase.
Yes.
The thing is, and I might have told you this, I think he used to be on Survivor.
Yeah,
he used to be like
Survivor.
a NASCAR pit crewman. Then he went on Survivor. And then he had a country music phase. His name is Chase. Like Wilson?
No, it's a food.
His name is Chase Papaya?
Chase Papaya, no.
Chase Rice.
Yeah!
And I do not know what the song is because he is like mumbling.
You say it a lot in the song.
Ride.
Yes.
The name of the song is Ride.
Mm-hmm. And it is featuring Macy Malloy for people who want to know. I love it. It's such a good song.
Then what are the lyrics?
So it's, I'm gonna ride on you lady all night. I'ma take care of your body. I'll be gentle, don't you scream.
And then keep going.
It's getting hotter, make it softer. Feel your chest on top of me. I'm gonna ride. I'm gonna ride on you, baby, on you, lady, all night. I'm gonna make you feel that loving, getting weak all in your knees. Kiss your body from the tip top all the way down to your feet.
I am blushing just hearing those.
It's getting so
lyrics.
sweaty in here.
Oh
Yeah, it's such a good song. I love it.
My eyes just got wider and wider. I'm like, oh my God, do not listen to this with any of your Uber passengers.
Like slowly turn it down.
That was a good one. I don't think any of our listeners will have ever heard that song before, but you should check it out.
Next one.
Now I must say, we're not playing any of these songs because we
ain't got no license.
We don't have the license. We don't have the money.
No.
A note to listeners, if I didn't add little chunks of the songs that she's mentioning, I was either lazy or legally couldn't, or lazy and I didn't want to. I'm like doubly lazy. How many more do we have?
2 more. So this is another popular song back in the day.
Spice Girls.
No?
Are you not supportive of girl power?
Yeah, but not today.
Okay.
So this next one, All Right, Stop.
Hammer Time. No.
No. I think you're in the right area.
Collaborate and listen. Stop, collaborate, and listen. This in the new edition.
You had one word right from that second line.
Listen?
Nope. New.
Oh, wow.
So you had collaborate and listen. Ice is back with a brand new invention. So you had new right.
Invention?
Mm-hmm.
Vanilla Ice.
Vanilla Ice. Yep. You got that right. You did pretty good on that one. That one was pretty fast.
Thank you. Thank you. I am
It's a
also
classic.
a white boy rapper.
He's doing pretty good for himself, isn't he now? Like, he had, like, ups and downs in his life, that dude.
I don't know if you could really say going from, like, white boy rapper to now hosting your own home renovation show on, like, True TV, or not even the main home renovation shows. It's like A&E. I don't even know. Well,
but he's got his own show, Bobby. Do you have your own show?
Fantastic point.
All right, last song. Another person that you like a lot.
Is it the Spice Girls?
No.
Okay. Who is it then?
I'm not going to tell you.
Oh, dang, I was trying to trick you.
You're trying to trick me?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, I'm ready for those lyrics.
I threw a wish in the well.
Don't ask me, I'll never tell. It's definitely Carly Rae Jepsen.
Okay.
Call Me Maybe.
Yep.
And it's those are the first lyrics of the song.
Mm-hmm.
I looked to you as it fell, and you were in my way.
And now you're in my way.
And now you're in my way.
Go keep going.
And now you're in my way. It's something like I pleaded and blinded for a wish, like a kiss. What is it?
A trade.
I trade my soul for a kiss. Mm-hmm. I don't know.
Okay. Haha! I knew I'd get you there.
I love the song.
You got most of that.
I love the song, but I need karaoke for any song,
yeah,
apparently.
When I was doing this, like, it made me realize that when you, like, just reading it out loud, like, you kind of really have to have the whole tune going in your head. It's
like something in the music, mm-hmm. or just knowing the sentence before it will trigger.
Yep.
Knowing what comes next.
Yeah, it has to be kind of like a little group.
Wow, that was a good game. It was very difficult.
But that was fun. This one was meant to be more of just like a fun game.
Well, thank you for that game. I really appreciate it.
Maybe people can send us some of their favorite songs.
Well, hopefully we put songs stuck in your head, whether it's Carly Rae, mm-hmm. Spice Girls, Evanescence, John Mellencamp. Reach out to us any way you want. Email, Twitter, Instagram. It's all the same. BS with BS Podcast. Thanks for listening. We'll see you next time.
Now that's been some BS.